Hello, my name is Andrew Woodhead, and I would just like to thank you for joining me today in reading Sister Gwen's daily devotional from Gems of Wisdom based on the book of Proverbs. Today, April 10th, we are reading about spoiled kids. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes. Proverbs 13, verse 24. This proverb says, if he loves his son, the father will chasten him betimes. That means he will begin to do it early in his life. This proverb places the responsibility of correcting and punishing the children upon the shoulders of the children's father. But so many fathers today leave this responsibility to the mother. This gives the child the impression that the father loves them while the mother is mean to them. But this is not what God says. He says that the father who does not correct his child does not love him or her. If the father truly cared for the child, he would make it his responsibility to correct or punish it early in the child's life when they need it. The father who spares the rod actually doesn't care how his child will grow up. It is as though he hates his own child. The child is odious to him. By not assuming the role of a father, the child is treated as though it had been some other man's child, making it a bastard. God points out the importance that the father plays in the raising and training of his spiritual children in Hebrews 12, verse 5 through 11. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. Yet if ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastenment, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards, and not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we give them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits, and live? For they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. This proverb commands the father to use the rod. The word for rod in Hebrew is shebet. It is the same word as the one used in Esther 4, verse 11, where it says that the king held out the scepter to Queen Esther. This word means a stick for punishment, riding, fighting, ruling, walking, a branch, a measuring rod, a scepter. The father who uses the rod is teaching his child to respect the pen, the measuring rod, the scepter, the law, and the father himself. I know there are cases where the child has no father, and the mother is the sole parent. Then she must bear the responsibility of training her child in the fear and reverence of God. Chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crying. Proverbs 19, verse 18. The word spare in Hebrew is nakah. It means pardon, spare, regard. God knew that children could scream and yell when they are being punished. He knew how it would make the parents feel sorry for the child, and they would give up punishing him before the job was done. So he warns about giving in to the child just because he screams and cries. Sometimes the screams are not for pain. They are for temper tantrums or anger. And this anger has to be dealt with early in life. A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment, for if thou deliver him, yet thou must do it again. Proverbs 19, verse 19. A child who is permitted to keep his angry spirit and throw tantrums will grow up into an adult who will have angry rages and tantrums. He will not only cause those whom he loves to suffer, he himself will suffer, because if he is not punished as a child, he will learn his lesson late in life. And then he will suffer even more, because people will hate and avoid the person who throws fits when he or she is an adult. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. Proverbs 29, verse 15. There is no doubt that a good child who is well trained and loving and who achieves greatness is the pride and joy of every mother. But the one who is not properly reared will bring shame and embarrassment upon the parents. Many mothers are not only embarrassed, they are also broken-hearted by the conduct of their children. Some sons and daughters send their parents to an early grave by their rebellious and odious conduct. And when those children become adults, they in turn will raise children in their likeness. Even as the proverb says, and the land will be filled with the children of the wicked. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall. Proverbs 29, verse 16. Today it seems as though the evil ones are multiplying very fast. They are striving through the courts of our land to pass laws and ordinances which will promote their sinful way of life. They not only want to murder the unborn, now they want to do away with the old and infirm. We are watching them march and demonstrate for their rights. What about our rights? They do not seem to count. Every day we see the evil forces getting stronger as more and more people are joining with them in their cases. Yet we can take heart, for even though the wicked are multiplied around us, the Scripture tells us that there is still hope. For as the proverb says, the righteous shall see their fall. Correct thy son, and he shall be given thee rest. He shall give delight unto thy soul. Proverbs 29, verse 17. By correcting your child and punishing him, you yourself will enter into a beautiful rest. And your soul shall have delight as you see him serve the Lord, and as you share heaven together. That is today's reading from the book Gems of Wisdom. If you are interested in this book, or you like that reading and wanted to know more on it, you can call us with the number to follow. I just want to say thank you and have a blessed day.